Sportscaster Jim Gray of Showtime, Fox, and Westwood One Radio is with us from Los Angeles this morning. He interviewed Brady last week, a day after the NFL released its report on deflategate. We should mention Showtime is a division of CBS. Jim, good to see you again.
Good morning, Jeff. Good to see you. Hello, Gail. Hi, Nora.
Hello. Hi, Jim.
So, Jim, you say that Brady was over-punished. What do you think would have been the appropriate punishments?
Well, based on that report, there was no proof and nothing conclusive found. So I don't know what the appropriate punishment is when there's no proof. Probably no punishment, or if you want to fine the club because the impression has been left that something has gone wrong, fine the club. Maybe a draft pick. They're a repeat offender. Spygate comes into this. Portions of the past have to be considered. I understand all that, but to take down the reputation of somebody who has been nothing but stellar over the course of 15 years in the NFL and now apply what they have applied to him and to impugn his integrity, I think it's wrong. I think it's excessive, and I don't believe, Jeff, it will hold up upon appeal. They have a terrible, terrible record upon appeal. Ray Rice's appeal was not upheld. It was thrown out. Same with Adrian Peterson. So I think the NFL is overpunished here, and they can't really recognize the difference between a minor infraction and a major crime.
Overpunished, okay, Jim, and there may not be a smoking gun, but there is a lot of circumstantial evidence, is there not?
Yes, there is, and a lot of it looks bad. But again, let's go back to Brady, because I think that the 4 games is really at the crux of this. Perhaps the rest of it won't be overturned, but I don't see how the 4 games will be upheld. There is absolutely nothing in there that points to Tom Brady having ordered, requested, or asked these balls to be deflated.
Let me ask you, Jim, because I read through Troy Vincent's letter to the Patriots, and he points out that it's significant that none of the key witnesses, Mr. Brady, Mr. Jatremski, and Mr. McNally, were not fully candid during this investigation. If they didn't have anything to hide, why do you think they didn't cooperate with the NFL? I mean, this is the organization that they're part of.
Well, I'm not sure what fully cooperate means. The Patriots say that they made them available 4 times. Tom spent a day plus talking to the investigators. If you're talking about turning over your email, your cell phone, and your text, I mean, there was no jurisdiction here. There was no civil suit. There was no deposition. There was no criminal activity. So does that just mean that any employer at any time, because they're having an investigation, can now demand your cell phone? I mean, Tom and his wife are major superstars. She's a model, the top model in the world. Do you really want somebody going through your cell phone and sifting through it, no matter what the circumstances are?
Well, just to point out,
I don't think that's the standard. I don't think that's the standard that any American wants for their employer to be able to do.
I hear you. And just to point out, Troy Vincent, though, did say that they offered extraordinary safeguards by investigators to protect unrelated personal information, so that they would only look at the stuff that was relevant to exactly what happened.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's fine to say until then they say, hey, you didn't provide it all, or what about this, or what about that? So I just think it's wrought with peril, and I think that the NFL Players Association pressured Brady tremendously not to do that, because that would have been a precedent, and had they gone forward with that, Nora, everybody going forward would have said, hey, Tom Brady turned over his cell phone, why don't you turn over yours?
Many people saw the event last Thursday, Jim, when you talked to Tom Brady for the first time. He was clearly reluctant to get into the report. At one point, you even said, what, are you, a slow reader? Because he said he hadn't even read the report, which got a laugh from everybody. How do you think he'll respond now, and have you talked to him since this latest ruling has come down?
Well, I'm not sure how he's going to respond, but I do believe he will absolutely appeal this, and the Patriots and Tom Brady will now go to war. They will not let this continue in this fashion. They will appeal this. They will come out guns a-blazing, and I believe that they will have a ferocious fight. I think this is the 7th round of a 12-round fight. It's just the beginning. The NFL could have done away with this within 36 to 48 hours. Instead, the commissioner went down this path where he hired a special investigator, and you know, they're bringing on their own trouble once again to themselves. It's going to cause a tremendous fraction amongst ownership and Mr. Kraft, and the NFL office will now be bogged down in the appeal of a superstar like Tom Brady, and it really, to me, is just the beginning, not the end.
Yeah, to be continued for sure. Thank you, Jim Gray.
Jim, good to see you. Thank you so much.
Gail, Nora, thanks. Good to see you, Jeff.
See you.